America's criminal justice system is under scrutiny. Many Americans believe it needs a major overhaul. High incarceration rates and concerns about police brutality fuel this debate. Progressives are leading the charge for change. They want fewer cops and jails. They believe in addressing root causes of crime, not just punishment. This movement is about more than just numbers. It's about justice. It's about fairness. It's about breaking the cycle of mass incarceration. This cycle disproportionately affects communities of color. Progressives argue that the current system is broken. It doesn't prevent crime, it doesn't rehabilitate offenders, it just locks people up. This is costly and ineffective. They propose a different approach. Defund the police became a rallying cry, but what does it really mean? It's about rethinking public safety. It's about investing in communities, not just policing them. Imagine taking some money from police budgets. Now imagine putting that money into other services. Think mental health programs, think affordable housing, think job training. These investments can address underlying issues that lead to crime. This approach recognizes that police aren't equipped to handle every problem. A mental health crisis shouldn't always equal a police response. Sometimes what people need is a social worker or a counselor or access to resources. Some progressives go even further. They call for prison abolition. This idea might seem radical, but it's rooted in a deep critique of the prison system. Abolitionists like Angela Davis and Ruth Wilson Gilmore argue that prisons are not the answer. They point to the history of mass incarceration. They highlight its disproportionate impact on marginalized communities. They see prisons as perpetuating a cycle of poverty and injustice. Abolitionists envision a world without prisons, a world that prioritizes restorative justice, a world that focuses on rehabilitation and healing, not punishment. Section 4, Real-World Applications and Challenges. These ideas are gaining traction. The Democratic Party's progressive wing has embraced criminal justice reform. The Green Party has long advocated for defunding the police. Organizations like the Democratic Socialists of America, or DSA, are pushing for systemic change. However, these reforms face opposition. Some argue that defunding the police would lead to increased crime. Others believe that prison abolition is unrealistic and dangerous. The debate is complex. There are no easy answers, but one thing is clear. The status quo is unacceptable. We need to find a better way. Section 5, Finding Common Ground, Reform versus Abolition. It's important to note not all progressives agree on everything. Some favor incremental reforms, others demand radical change. This difference in tactics is important. Reformers want to improve the existing system. They might support things like body cameras for police officers or sentencing reform. Abolitionists want to dismantle the system entirely. They believe it is inherently flawed. Despite these differences, there is common ground. Both reformers and abolitionists agree on the need for change. They both want a more just and equitable society. They both believe in investing in communities. They both want to break the cycle of mass incarceration. Finding common ground is crucial to achieving meaningful progress.